What's up everybody, it's Kelsee Briana J here with this makeup tutorial and also a quick smackdown on the Lorac Unzipped Gold palette, which I am absolutely in love with. I created this eye look with it, and guys, this palette is so beautiful. It comes with a lot of different shimmery colors and also some matte shades, so you can be pretty versatile with it. But this is the look that I decided to do today. I absolutely am over the moon, like just in love with it. Like, it's one of my favorite eye looks to do because it just really makes my eyes pop. I feel like I'm Briana with this makeup on. But anyways, let me just go ahead and do the boom smackdown for KBJPA, which is Kelsee Briana J Palette Attack, where this week I am reviewing different palettes. So this palette right here just has really stolen my heart. When I got this palette, I didn't think that I was gonna like it as much as I do, but I absolutely love it. I've traveled with it twice. I take this palette and I take another palette that I'm gonna be showing you a little bit later on this week, and that's just the looks that I create when I'm like traveling for the summertime because it's such a fun palette. This palette is $42, and I don't think that that price is too bad because you have 10 different shades, and basically these shades are pretty unique for me with the exception of these two, but I appreciate them being in here because with those two colors then you're able to create looks with just this palette alone if you want to. So let me just give you an overview of the Unzipped palette. Here is the packaging. I actually threw away the original box, but it was just like a little clear box anyways. And so then it comes with a mirror, and then when you flip it over, it has this array of colors. And also it comes with a little bitty eyeshadow primer, and it's like a little bitty mini one, and I packed it to use it, and I believe I left it in New Orleans, to be honest with you guys. I love these eyeshadows. They're super creamy and buttery, and they just blend like a dream. And some of these shades in here, like Unpredictable, Unleashed, Unlimited, Unlocked, and Uninhibited, all the ones that are super shimmery, they don't have a ton of fallout for me. Some people complain about the fallout from these eyeshadows. I don't experience any more fallout from these eyeshadows than any other shimmery eyeshadow that I use, and they look like metallic, like foiled without anything else. So that's what I love about them. And I'll insert swatches of the palette because I didn't use all the colors on my eyes, but they're just really easy to work with. So the first row is Undressed. This is a matte shade. This one is Uninhibited, which is a shimmer. Unpredictable, Undeniable, which is a matte. Unedited, which is a matte, and their mattes are phenomenal. A lot of times if a company does really good shimmers, they can't do really good mattes, but this palette is amazing. Unlocked, which is probably one of my favorite shades in the palette. Unlimited, which is a beautiful like peachy gold shimmer, and then Unleashed is a beast. That's what I put on my lid, and it's like, if you guys are familiar with Amber Lights by MAC, it's like Amber Lights but like 10 times like more intense. Unwind, which is a matte muted brown, and then Unafraid, which is a muted shimmery brown. And I absolutely love this. I got this palette from Kohl's. Now, you can't use coupons on this palette at Kohl's, but you're able to use Kohl's Cash. So if you shop there and you have like extra Kohl's Cash, this works towards this. They also sell Lorac at Ulta, and they also sell Lorac on their website, which I believe is loracosmetics.com, but I will definitely link them in the bottom. But all the eyeshadows in here are super pigmented. There are no duds in here. I use, let's see, 6 colors from this palette. So basically all of them except for 4 on my lid, and it just looks beautiful. Like, I absolutely love this palette. Some people just kind of forget about this brand because they're not sold everywhere, which I definitely think that they need to get back into Sephora, because I think that was a mistake for them to remove themselves from there. But just overall, this palette is amazing. It's easy to work with. It's not very natural though. So for people that don't really care for shimmery eyeshadows, I don't foresee you loving these. But I do feel like that you're able to work with it and manipulate it for people who have mature eyelids. Like for people that have like a lot of like sagging or wrinkles and stuff like that, you can put the shimmery eyeshadows in specific places. So make sure that you're not putting shimmery all the way up to the brow bone. And I still think it'd be beautiful. A nice palette of neutrals, but it's like more more boom in your face kind of neutrals. So it's not just like everyday work neutrals, it's more glamorous neutrals in my opinion. They apply really smoothly. Like, I don't have a problem with any of these. I'll use a brush like this, a natural hair brush, my synthetic hair brush with this, and it picks up the products beautifully, and I don't have to struggle to get pigmentation and have to keep building it. Once you put your brush in, like, that's what you're gonna get. So a lot of times with these, you might have to scale back and actually use a little bit less, because less is more with these, because they're super pigmented, and you don't want to dig your brush into it because they're kind of soft and creamy. So if you dig your brush in there, you might see that you're like really kicking up, not kicking up the products, but like digging chunks out of your products, which is going to make you go through it a little bit faster. So that's the only thing that I have to say to be aware about with this palette. But otherwise, check it out. They have an unzipped palette, which I do not have, but I do think I want to check it out since I love this one so much. My eye just totally gravitated towards these gold shades here, and that's what made me initially get the palette. But I'm totally pleased with this palette. I definitely say buy it. It's one of my favorite palettes I own, actually. And I have a ton of eyeshadows, and I don't have a lot of eyeshadows that are this creamy in texture and easy to work with. And I could just take this palette and be good and do a variety of eye looks that are suitable for a lot of different occasions. So here's another overview. And I hope that you guys enjoyed my little bit of KBJPA, Kelsee Briana J palette attack. So stay tuned to see me complete this look using only eyeshadow colors from this palette. So firstly, I'm going to start off by applying my base, and I'm using Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. Yellow, muted yellow base. I'm going to start off applying it with my finger. And I apply the bulk of the products on the lid and blend upward. So now I'm going to fill in my eyebrows. This is the Brows by Anastasia Beverly Hills. So now I'm taking the eyeshadow palette, and here are the colors. So firstly, I'm going to start off by fluffing Undressed, which is that first muted color, with the 217 brush all underneath my brow bone. And this is going to set the concealer that I put underneath my brow. So I'm just kind of fluffing that just really underneath the brow and then blending it downwards. You don't have to be super neat when you do this step. So now I'm going to go in with a little bit of Undeniable, gently. And I'm just taking this color and working it in the crease really gently. I'm barely touching my eyelid. So I'm taking the color and going back and forth, concentrating it right here, slightly cutting it, and then I'm taking it up to my brow basically. I like to do this method versus just going in with a lot of color because it may be hard to blend out on the back end. Okay, so I'm in love with this palette. And I always have a hard time deciding like what colors am I going to use. But today I'm going to use this one. This one right here is called Unlocked. And I love whitish yellow gold colors. Like they have a special place in my makeup heart. So with the 242 brush, which is a flat synthetic hair brush by MAC, I'm just going to pack this color on the inner corner. Really expanding on that color and bringing it into the lid. So now I'm gonna go in with Unpredictable, which is this really pretty rose gold color, and I'm going to apply that like in that little space that we left open. And I kind of took it a little bit too far, so you can always go back with your brush and just blend that out. And I'm not covering the entire lid with this color. And then going back with that same brush and blending over it. Just so there's no harsh edges. The star of the freaking show, and that is this color right here, Unleashed. Same 242 brush, and look how metallic this eyeshadow looks. It literally looks wet. Go back and blend it out. You can go back in with a little bit of that brown color if you need to, just to keep that crease color defined. So now I'm going to take a little bit of Unafraid and pat that right on the outer edge. I'm just wiggling that on the outer edge. And tapping it next to the lid color just so it blends together. And then going back with my blending brush and making sure that it is harmonious. So I actually want to make my lid color a little bit more bold. So I'm going to go back with Unleash and Max 247 brush and get this color on the brush and spray it with a little bit of Max Charge Water. And so then I'm going to just lay that flat and it'll metallicize. Yes. Pat this on the lid. Now I'm going in with the clean 217 and unedited eyeshadow. And I want to add a little bit more smokiness to the look. So I'm just going to add this right on the outer corner. Always go back with unedited. That first color. Make sure you tap off all the extra. And be very strategic where you place this. But basically you're just putting it right back underneath the brow just to blend it out. You can also take the brush with no more product on it and just go over the edge just to make sure that it's blended. Okay, cheeks. I'm going in with Shadester and my Marc Jacobs bronzer brush. Because I need this to just be like a wash. My eyes are traitors. Once I start putting stuff on the bottom, they start acting funny every day. And then I'm going to go in with my highlighter. Today I'm using NARS Albatross. with the same Marc Jacobs brush. Ooh, and now just a little bit of blush. I'm using this hot pink blush. Yes, I'm using a hot pink. This one is a 216 brush. I don't think I've ever used this blush. This one is called Bred for Beauty by MAC. Oh, she's pretty. She builds up quick though. So let's buff her back out. Okay, so going back over my lashes, I'm going to cover up my lash band. These are the Ardell 203 double up lashes. This is the package that it comes on, 203. And these are so pretty. I love these. So I'm just going to go over the lash band with a little bit of black eyeliner to cover. On my lips, I'm going to add a little bit of magenta lip liner. Let me zoom out a little bit now. And this is a Chanel lipstick in La Diva. Look at that. How fancy. Alright. So now this is the finalized look. So let me zoom you in, honey. It's the finalized look with my Boom Quick Quick Chi Chi earrings on that I always have to have. Absolutely in love with my makeup today. Here it is. So I just want to thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys later. Smooches. Bye.